What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and we have 3 different Father's Day bundles to talk about in today's video. We kind of talked about these in yesterday's videos, but now we have the actual cosmetics to showcase in the locker, so it's going to be a fully blown showcase. So without further ado, hope you champs and champettes enjoy. Keep in mind that the cosmetics we talk about in today's video won't be releasing in tonight's shop reset, but will be releasing in tomorrow's shop reset. So if you're on Eastern time, that's June 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And these 3 different collaborations is Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers, we got Cleveland Brown from the Cleveland Brown Show, or also Family Guy, and then we also have Hank Hill from King of the Hill. All these characters have their own individualized bundles. There is not a mega bundle that includes everything together, so if you want each of these characters, you have to buy their individual set bundles instead of buying everything at a huge discount. We're going to go in order, however, from each of the characters. So firstly, we have Bob Belcher, which will have his own bundle that will cost you 2,000 V-Bucks, which is going to be a 38% discount from buying everything individually. If you want to actually purchase the skin itself, though, that is going to be 1,500 V-Bucks, and you can see the full view on screen right now. If we go over to backblings and continue with a set, we have the Flying Burger backbling right here, which will cost you 400 V-Bucks. Now, currently in-game, this just says TBD, and I'll let it pop up in the bottom left. You can see that right there, the TBD. That should be fixed before it's in the item shop, but maybe they kind of forgot about that, and maybe for a short amount of time, it's not called the Flying Burger. Maybe instead they just call it the TBD, you know? But that is a part of the Bob's Burger set, and of course, as I already mentioned, that'll be 400 V-Bucks. For the pickaxe, we have Bob's Spatula right here for 500 V-Bucks. You can see it up close. You can see a little like shiny animation on it, and then if we swing it, you can see the little hit effects and the sounds it's got going on with it. Nothing too crazy. It's not going to be like breaking into different realities, but it matches Bob Burger's whole entire aesthetic. And then we have 2 different emotes for Bob Belcher right there. So if we go ahead and go over here and type in Bob's Happy Dance, first off we get this emote right here, which can be synced with other people, and has a description of when you find that place, you gotta dance. I'll let it play for a short amount of time right there. But the second emote we have for Bob is the Burger of the Day emote, which is going to have a different name on that actual staff, or not staff, but on the sign every single time you do it. So right now it says the Victory Royale Burger, and we can continue doing the emote. You can see how it actually ends right there, but it will keep looping this specific emote name, but when we switch off of it and back to it, it's going to change. So now it's where have you bun all my all my life burger. I thought it was all my burger life, but I messed that up. We got the Down But Not Out burger. We have Down But Not Out burger again. Let's see if we can get like a different one. Oh, this one has 3 buns on it. I just realized. Hold on, wait. So if it's like a different burger, is it going to actually have like more? I don't know, because I feel like he was just flipping one on the one we saw earlier. So I'm gonna watch this fully through because I want you guys to experience if there's anything different here. Or no, okay, yeah, no, nothing else crazy there. But that is all for the actual Bob's Belcher's bundles, or Bob Belcher bundle. Each of these emotes will cost you 400 V-Bucks a piece. So if you want to buy this one, it's 400. If you want to buy this one, that's another 400. But with that said, we have to go over to our second character, which is Cleveland Brown for the Cleveland Brown bundle. This will cost you 200 V-Bucks, or not 200, but 2,000 V-Bucks for the entire bundle in the item shop, which is a 31% discount. And of course, if you want to buy the skin itself, you know what, let me take the back bling off real quick. If you want to buy the skin itself, it is going to cost you 1,500 V-Bucks, as will every other skin we're showcasing today. So there's the skin's design right there, but of course that's not all we have to talk about, because we also have some other cosmetics, like Cleveland's mailbag, which will cost you only 200 V-Bucks instead of 400 to actually end up purchasing in the item shop. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, there's a little bit of like physics on the little like handle on the bottom there, but nothing truly too innovative or crazy that's gonna blow your mind. And then for pickaxes, we have the posted mailbox right here for his actual set, which will be available in the item shop for 800 V-Bucks. I almost said 8,000, mind you. But yeah, it's only going to be 800 V-Bucks when it actually releases. Accidentally archived. Why is it not letting me swing it anymore? Did I break it? Hold on. There we go. I was trying to swing it and broke their own system by accidentally archiving. But there's this pickaxe, once again 800 V-Bucks, but he also has an emote as well. So if we go down here and type Mailman Stroll, this is the traversal emote for Cleveland Brown that will be available in the item shop for 400 V-Bucks. As you keep moving, the mailboxes will actually fly towards you, so you can do this across the entire Fortnite map if you really want to. And the mailbox colors are obviously, you know, changing randomly every single time they pop up on screen. So So this is one of the cooler emotes actually that I actually think is pretty interesting to see them do. It would be interesting to see people just kind of like standing in place for like Fortnite festival or whatever, and then you just got mailboxes floating towards you instead of you walking forwards, creating that illusion of you walking and the mailboxes are just passing you by. But of course that is all for the Cleveland Brown bundle, which will be of course 2,000 V-Bucks, and we have one more bundle to talk about here, which is Hank Hill from King of the Hill. This is a 2,000 V-Buck bundle where you save the most amount of money from actually purchasing it, saving 1,500 V-Bucks, and in it you get the Hank Hill outfit, which on its own is sold for 1,500 V-Bucks. In terms of back blings, you get yourself the Strickland propane tank back bling, which will be available for 200 V-Bucks. It's just a propane tank, you know, it matches the whole entire show's theme and everything else. For the pickaxes, you get yourself the sirloin Storloin tongs back bling, or not back bling, I'm messing up, pickaxe right here, which you can see the hit animation of right there. This will be sold in the item shop for 800 V-Bucks, and out of the 3 pickaxes, I think I like this one the best. But then we have one emote and one wrap to go along with this. So first off, here is the gas gauge wrap, which will be sold in the item shop for 500 V-Bucks. It's not reactive or anything, but you can put it on all the weapons and everything in the game, and it does, you know, like change how it looks on all the weapons to kind of like match them and everything else. But you know, it is a pretty nice wrap, and it's the only cosmetic set in this whole entire collab that is getting a wrap. And then it probably has one of the best emotes I've seen that is multi-person, which is the Alley Hangout emote, which will be available in the item shop for 500 V-Bucks. It plays the iconic music, it has the whole like speed up of the animation and everything, but it literally is just King of the Hill's intro right there with you and your friends being able to do it together. Now of course, if you're doing it all by yourself, I don't know how it changes, but we can actually check that out. We have the individualized versions right here. I think this is what happens if you're just doing it by yourself, so maybe it does still fill up. Yeah, so it will still do the whole entire like speed thing as you're not doing it with other people. Or maybe why is he just standing there? Oh, okay. But yeah, you can kind of see how like the animation will continue in its own little fluid ways, even without you going ahead and having other friends to do it with. So at least if you're doing it solo, you get the fence, you get the box, you get all of those type of goodies added onto it. And of course, you're drinking tons of Slurpco, but it's also like blue. I'm not, maybe I'm colorblind. It's green and orange, which makes me think it could have been like slap juice originally. Who knows? But you know, it's their version of it. I like the emote and I think it's really cool, and I definitely plan on using this and picking this up in the item shop. So if you want to purchase all of the bundles and save the most amount of money, it's going to cost you 6,000 V-Bucks. If you want to purchase everything individually, you're going to be spending closer to 9,000 V-Bucks to get everything. So definitely, you know, recharge your V-Bucks with like $60 worth if you want to pick these up in the item shop. And if you enjoyed today's YouTube video, maybe consider using code FireMonkey in the item shop, #ad. But until tomorrow, I'll catch you champs and champions a little bit later with another upload. Like the video if you liked it, dislike if you didn't like it, and until then, peace out.